Kenji sat in frustration, staring at the work he had done. Things weren't going as planned, no matter how much effort he put in. "I've done everything right," he thought angrily. "Why can't I make things turn out the way I want?" Feeling overwhelmed, Kenji went to visit the Zen Master. He asked, "Master, why is it that no matter how hard I try, I can't seem to control what happens? Why do things always seem to slip out of my grasp?" The Zen Master smiled gently, sensing Kenji's frustration. He sat beside him and said, "Kenji, let me tell you the story of a man named Tetsuo. Tetsuo was a skilled fisherman, known for his ability to catch more fish than anyone else in his village. He prided himself on his techniques and his hard work. But one summer, the sea was unusually calm, and despite all of Tetsuo's efforts, he could catch nothing. Day after day, Tetsuo set out on his boat, casting his nets into the water. He tried different techniques, different spots, but no fish came. The more he tried to force success, the more frustrated he became. One evening, as he returned to shore with empty nets once again, an old fisherman approached him and said, "Tetsuo, why do you look so troubled?" Tetsuo sighed and said, "I've always been able to catch fish by working hard and using my skills, but now it seems no matter what I do, the fish won't come. I can't control the sea." The old fisherman smiled and said, "You are right, you cannot control the sea. But you can control how you respond to it. Some days the sea is generous, and some days it is not. But your frustration comes from trying to force what is beyond your control. When you let go of trying to control the sea, you will find peace in simply doing your best and accepting whatever the sea gives you." Tetsuo realized that his frustration had come not from the sea itself, but from his need to control the outcome. He had spent his time battling forces beyond his power instead of focusing on what he could control, his effort. From that day on, Tetsuo went out to sea each morning with a calm heart, knowing that he could not control the fish or the sea, but only his own actions. Kenji listened closely, feeling the weight of the story's lesson. He had been struggling with the same problem, trying to control everything around him instead of accepting what he couldn't change. The Zen Master continued, "Kenji, like Tetsuo, you are trying too hard to control everything. But the truth is, some things are beyond your power. The more you try to force outcomes, the more frustrated you will become. Instead, focus on what is within your control, your effort, your actions, your attitude. Let go of the need to control the rest." Kenji thought deeply. He realized that his frustration wasn't coming from the situation itself but from his desperate need to make things go his way. "But Master," Kenji asked, "how do I let go of control when it feels so important?" The Zen Master smiled warmly. "You let go by accepting that control is an illusion. Life is like the sea, you cannot control its tides or its storms, but you can control how you sail through them. Focus on doing your best with what you can influence, and trust that the rest will unfold as it should." Kenji felt a sense of relief. He understood now that by letting go of the need to control everything, he could find peace in simply doing his best. "Kenji, much of our suffering comes from trying to control what is beyond us. We fight the natural flow of life, trying to force things to go our way. But when we learn to let go and focus only on what we can control, we find peace. Do your best, and trust that life will unfold as it is meant to." Have you ever tried to control something in your life, only to realize it was out of your hands, like Kenji? How did you learn to let go? Share your experiences in the comments. I'd love to hear how letting go has brought you peace. Remember, we cannot control everything in life, but we can control how we respond to it. If this story helped you reflect on the need to let go of control, like this video and subscribe for more wisdom-filled stories. And share this story with someone who may be struggling to let go of something in their life. In this story, we learn that much of our frustration comes from trying to control what is beyond our power. Like the sea, life is unpredictable, and the more we try to force outcomes, the more we suffer. True peace comes from accepting what we cannot control and focusing on our actions and efforts. By letting go of the need for control, we open ourselves to the natural flow of life.